Hey guys, Nintendrew here. You may have heard that Nintendo filed a patent last year for a Nintendo Switch VR headset. This is exciting news, of course, but it doesn't really tell us much other than that Nintendo is considering VR as an option for the system. Since then, there have been heated debates in the community about whether the Switch is a viable platform for VR, but nothing really concrete. So I decided to see if I could try it myself. What I have here is a Nintendo Switch in a VR headset, running 3D HD footage from The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D. Today I'm going to show exactly how I did this, we'll check out how well it performs, and at the end, we'll discuss the possibility of Nintendo marketing the Switch as a VR platform. Let's take a look. Okay, so first off, let's talk about the headset. What I have here is the Durovis Dive 7, and it just so happens that it's the perfect size for the Nintendo Switch. This is just the headset I happen to have. I'm sure pretty much any tablet-sized headset will work, so if you have a similar headset at home, give it a shot. Because headsets like this already exist, the only thing really stopping us from testing VR on the Switch is getting custom footage on the Switch itself. Lucky for us, as you may have heard, some clever members of the modding community have documented an easy method to hijack the Switch web browser and navigate to whatever website we want. If you're interested in doing this at home, I'll leave a link to that tutorial in the description below. So now that we have fully unlocked the Switch web browser, there are a multitude of options opened up for us, including YouTube video playback. You might know where I'm going with this. And what better way to test the Switch's VR capabilities than with some full 3D footage of The Legend of Zelda. I've captured some 720p footage of The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D and laid it out side by side to match the Switch's screen resolution. All we have to do is navigate to this video on the Switch itself, and we're ready to go. A full 3D experience on real Nintendo Switch hardware. Again, if you want to try this at home, I will leave a link to this standalone 3D footage in the description below as well. So I've spent some time with this 3D demo, and I've observed some interesting stuff, so I'm going to run through and discuss some of the logistics of getting VR on the Switch. Because stereoscopic 3D only works when you have complementary images for each eye, and because the Switch's screen is physically larger than most VR solutions like Samsung's Gear VR headset, a full 3D image will only be visible in the center portion of the screen where the two viewports overlap. This means the Switch effectively has a horizontal 3D resolution of around 500 pixels per eye, about as wide as the Zelda logo seen in this footage. One of the biggest concerns and arguments against the Switch as a VR platform has been this relatively low resolution. Because the screen is so close to your eyes, any jagged edges or anti-aliasing will be quite apparent, and you may notice what's known as the screen door effect. Unfortunately, there's not much that can be done to improve this issue aside from a hardware revision. However, I would make the argument that Nintendo may pursue VR in spite of this problem. You may have noticed Nintendo has a way of sort of developing experiences in a bubble. In the past, they've been known to operate with a blind eye to the work of their competitors. Sometimes this works really well for them. Take the Wii, for example. Instead of developing a system that could compete graphically with their new HD market rivals, the Xbox 360 and PS3, they built a system around motion controls. Love it or hate it, the Wii took the gaming world by storm. Other times it doesn't work out so well, like in the case of their online infrastructure. While PlayStation and Xbox had robust multiplayer ecosystems over a decade ago, Nintendo is still using friend codes in 2017. All that being said, we have no idea if Nintendo does do VR, if it will be anything close to what we've already come to expect from systems like Oculus Rift, HTC Vive, and PlayStation VR. I have no doubt in my mind that Nintendo is capable of overcoming, or perhaps ignoring, any shortcomings that may present themselves. I mean, we are talking about the company that thought this guy was a good idea. All jokes aside, even with the technical shortcomings that might hinder the Switch as a VR platform, I don't doubt that Nintendo would still pursue it if they think it would lead to new innovations and play experiences. In fact, Nintendo President Tatsumi Kimishima stated in an interview in February that they are actively studying how to bring VR to the Switch, and quote, "If we are able to resolve the issues with playing comfortably for long hours, we will support it in one form or another." It seems that Nintendo is always willing to push and overcome the limits of their own hardware and our expectations as gamers, and that's something I really admire about them. Okay, that's about it. If you have any questions for me about this 3D demo or anything else, leave a comment below and I'll try to get back to you. If you enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing to Nintendrew for all sorts of cool gaming content, and share the video with any friends you think might find it interesting. Otherwise, I'll see you next time. Bye! Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, here are a couple more videos you might like as well. I also want to let you know I've launched a Patreon page. If you enjoy my content and would like to get early access to my videos, as well as some other exclusive rewards, feel free to head over there and check it out. See you next time!